What is going on, everybody? Quancredible here to bring you the review for Black Clover Chapter 283. And with this chapter, like, obviously it is a transitionary chapter from like the whole giant demon stuff, like into kind of where we're going next. But like one of the things that I liked immediately is this. In the very beginning of this chapter, it answered two of the things that I've been telling a lot of people for a while now. And the first of which is like how Asta's even going to get to the Spade Kingdom, because a lot of people were saying either A, he was gonna fly there, or B, Gimadello was gonna teleport him there. And like I've been saying for like it's literally been like 3 weeks now. That's way too far. And he says that like even in Union it would take forever. Like as we know, long distance travel in Black Clover, people really aren't that fast, like traveling large distances. Outside of like spatial mages and Lumiere, but and Patri too, obviously. But like outside of those guys, people really don't get from A to B that fast. It really doesn't happen like that. And like in the one with Gimadello, also Gimadello cannot use Notch's magic like by himself, as we can see right here. He says he can't do that. So and then after that, this is weird. I didn't see this one coming at all. But like Asta like de-transforms out of his union form, and he even says that this happened faster than he expected, meaning that like I guess his limit might not actually be 5 minutes. It might actually be much shorter. And if his limit is way shorter, that could be pretty interesting. Because that was one thing that I kind of like. It kind of added a little bit of like tension for me at least to the to the Lich fight, or to his fight against Elf Luck, or to his fight against like Rill and Raya, like when he was trying to save him. It added a little bit of tension because we knew that he could only transform a set amount of times for a set amount of time. So it added that extra element. So having his union kind of function the similar way could be interesting. Cause that was one of the things I always disliked about Black Asta is it felt like visored Ichigo or hollow mask Ichigo. How like we knew it could only last a short time. We knew it could only last a very short amount of time, but then out of nowhere, like without really explanation in the story, he could just keep it on for a super long period of time. And it's just like, and it's like, yeah, you can make inferences on through the fights that they both grew and all that, but that's I kind of like that kind of stuff to be more explicitly explained in the story. But that's just me. But enough of that. As he's falling, he gets saved by spatial magic. This is obviously Finral. Like I don't think anyone's gonna try to like debate that, or that it could be somebody crazy. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get some stupid theory video of somebody trying to say that this is like Asa's family or something. But no, this is obviously Finral and the Black Bulls. Now I will say this: it's more than likely that Magna and Zora and possibly Gordon, but definitely Magna and Zora are probably with him, because if they weren't, then we'd have no reason to have them all like blacked out. It would just be no reason. And I'm not a fan of the boots or the shoes thing, with like figuring out who characters are by their shoes. But like two I can say for certain is Gray and Vanessa. Like those are clearly their shoes. So it's definitely those two there. And like if you just like count how many people are there, it just seems like Magna and Zora would also be there. Now I will say though, it's kind of weird that Tabata waited so long to put them in the story, because it's like I'm not for sure what they're going to do. Like it's like, do they go all the way to the Spade Kingdom just to fight the random demons that the Spade Resistance is fighting, while like all the major players go off to like inside the actual castle and like fight the devils? Like that's just kind of weird. This is really really weird, because it's almost like it's just really weird, because like you're bringing them into the forefront to sideline them. Like if that makes sense, it's like they're just going to go all the way there to fight to fight fodder. You might as well just keep having the like Spade Resistance, because like it's like they're gonna go over there and we're not even going to see them. And then like I don't really want them to fight a devil, because it's like they shouldn't, even with all of them together, they shouldn't be able to win, because like the Black Bulls is a really strong squad. Like no one's going to argue that they are like a really 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 strong squad. But it's like without all of their strongest members, I'm not seeing how they would beat a devil. Like, because assuming that, you know, Asta's going to go off, Noel's going to go off, Luck is probably going to go off, Yami is captured. It's like Charmy is with the Heart King. It's like the rest of them are like this. These are the weaker members of the Black Bulls. And it's no disrespect to them. It's just like they are just weaker than like the previous 5 or 6 people I just named. Like they're just on the middle or lower half. Like it's just how it is. Now unless potentially since they get here and like maybe some team ups could be different. Like maybe if like Luck goes back to them or Charmy goes back to them, I don't know. But see, but the thing is, I don't want them to do that. I want them to kind of have their own moment because they were with the Heart Kingdom learning Ultimate Magic, so I kind of want them to go off and do their own thing. So it's just I'm just really curious to see how the Black Bulls going there is going to shake down. Another thing that I really dislike though about the Black Bulls being here is that again it like kind of sidelines literally all the other squads. Because I mean, granted, what can the other squads do? But it's just one of those things like the Black Bulls step up and do everything in in the series. Like the only squad that takes initiative. Like if we could just get one other squad doing something, that would be kind of cool. But it's like I don't know. Like currently it's like the Black Bulls large gap, then literally all the other squads. It's like 'cause no one else does anything. But I've talked about the Black Bulls for way too long. In the actual Spade Kingdom though, where we go next, we got like the Spade Resistance, trying to protect the kingdom. Kind of the actual other people that went like Rady, Sally, Volto, Seki, and that Marxist guy. It's kind of funny because like I don't know if you guys remember, but his character was based off of a group of the member. His character was based off of a member of the band Snowman. So like it's kind of funny that they gave him snow magic and he has a spell that has the word snowman in it. It's just really funny because at first like I was trying to make this connection between him and Niche, that guy from a long time ago who kidnapped all those kids from the common realm when Asta and Ghost beat him. But no, it actually turns out they just gave him the snow and snowman magic. Just based off of his band. That's probably the more likely connection there. But yeah, you got Voltos and Sally trying to save people. Rady's kind of just standing there. I guess his magic doesn't really do anything in this situation, which is kind of funny. But we got like more and more demons attacking them, so they're kind of starting to get overwhelmed. And this is when Fuegoleon and the Salamander steps in. And this was really weird to me. For the reason of like Fuegoleon being here, like if granted he is needed here because they were getting overwhelmed. There's nobody here with like crazy attack power to really like hold these guys off. But at the same time, it kind of reminds me of in the Shadow Palace when Yami and Nozel split up. Like if you remember when they all came down, like they sensed magic and Yami went towards the devil, the word devil, whereas Nozel went towards Dark Elf Patri. So like we know that like people can sense like these huge amounts of sinister magic. So it's just weird that Fuegoleon chose to go here instead of going to like the room that had those two devils and Dante in it. Like you would think that would have been a priority room instead of going back outside. Like obviously protecting citizens is really important, but at the same time, it's like that room should take a lot more precedence over what's going on outside, just to me. Now, granted, there is still Nozel and Dorothy in there, but it's only two of them, and there's three Dark Triad members, two Devils. It's like, I'm not seeing how the work divvies up. And then me, as well as a lot of other people, were hoping for a potential Fuegoleon Nozel team up against those two. And with this, it's looking like it's kind of unlikely since he's going outside. But anyway, with like more and more demons attacking, like everybody's doing as much as they can. And this is when like there are some demons that are getting ready to like kill some of the Spade Resistance, it looks like. But then I'm going to say this is Gaja. I know some people have been saying it's Luck, but I'm going to say this was Gaja who put up the runes on the citizens and did the blast that destroyed the demons but didn't hurt the citizens. And the only reason I want to say that this is Gaja is because like Gaja even says that Luck doesn't specialize in admitting magic. That's like Luck specializes in equipping. Like he literally says this. So I'm just gonna assume it's Gaja for that reason. And like one thing I want to note before I forget about it is this has to be the most terrifying way to save people. Like how you gonna save somebody but literally have them like in immediate harm's way while doing it? Like granted they didn't get hurt, but like it's like that would be so terrifying to just see a blast of lightning come at you, but you just don't take any damage because they protected you at the same time. That would just be so scary to me. But yeah, in the very next panel, we get the entire Heart Kingdom group there, and I kind of wanted them to have like obviously this is a cool entrance, but like it's more of a cool squad shot, not really so much as a cool as like a cool entrance. Whereas like Asta's entrance, he came in and like stopped an entire blast. Whereas these guys just had like guys that blast like a couple demons and they're just all here. Like their entrance kind of lacked points for me. It just lacked points. It could have been way more flashy. But yeah, I mean obviously to nobody's surprise, Patri is also here. Like he's like chilling in the background in case anybody didn't see him. Not for sure if Beto and Fauna and Raya are here also. Like I would assume they would go. just because like they always go with him. But at the same time, the Spirit Guardians are here, which really threw me. Like I obviously expected Gaja to be here, but Floga, Smirk, them that other chick, I didn't expect them to be there at all. I didn't see Petrov, so Petrov might be in the Heart Kingdom, as well as maybe Vettel and Fauna could be also at the Heart Kingdom. Because you gotta think about it, the Heart Kingdom would be defenseless if literally everybody went. I mean, granted, there shouldn't be any more giant ancient demons, but at the same time, you don't want to leave your country defenseless, like entirely. You don't want to do that. So, I mean, they could have like stayed behind, which is more than likely probably what's going on. And that's the chapter essentially. I mean, now at the end of the chapter, it did say we're getting one next week, but on the website it says 2 weeks. So for me personally, I'm going to assume we're going to be on break. That's just me. I typically go with the website over the chapter on that kind of stuff, on this exact kind of thing. So I feel like we're going to be on a break. If we're not, cool beans, but I don't think we are. But honestly, the chapter overall, it was a really good transitionary chapter. I give it like 6.5. Like it was just cool. It was just cool for what it was. It wasn't like anything like super crazy. Maybe even a 6. Because I mean, at the same time, nothing really happened all like that. Like we got a little bit of information, transition over, more like parties are revealed with the Heart Kingdom group, Asta, Black Bulls, all these people are in play. I am very interested to see what Magna and Zora look like, post time skip, because we literally have not seen them physically in the story. So I'm very interested to see if their designs are any different. I kind of hope they are, but then again, at the same time, not that many Black Bulls like visual appearance change. Like for the most part, Asta really just had the most drastic change, followed by like Noelle. Everybody else kind of looks the exact same. With that, I'm definitely curious to know like how the breakdown is gonna go next chapter, just because like we got the Heart Kingdom group literally right there. So I'm kind of curious as to where everybody's going to go. Like, is it going to be this huge, like, gang up fights on the Dark Triad members? Like, it's like I'm wondering, like, how are they going to, like, who's going to run where is kind of what I'm curious of. Is Charmy going to run straight to or is Charmy going to, like, stay outside and fight? Or is, say, like, Noelle going to rush off straight to Vanica? Like, I mean, obviously, me, along with everybody else, thinks that Gaja is going to rush to Loropechka, or at least down to where Morris is, which could be really interesting, possibly the Morris and Gaja fight. To see if Morris can even fight would be interesting, but it'd be a lot of speculation. There's a lot of characters here to try to speculate where they would go, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, aside from that, let me know how you guys feel about the chapter down below. Like, let me know like who you think is gonna go where. Like, do you think like where do you think Leo is gonna go? Do you think everybody's just gonna stay outside? Or like, I'm just curious to know where everyone is going to go, or where you guys think they are going to go. And also, let me know how you feel about the Heart Kingdom's like appearance. Like, do you think that like maybe they should have like been saved and like just dropped down like in the middle of like a fight or something? Because I kind of wish they had like a cooler entrance moment. Like the squad shot is cool, but I kind of wanted them to appear like on cooler terms. And as well, do you think we're going to see Asta in the next chapter in the Spade Kingdom? Because I kind of hope that we do see him like there next chapter, at like, or at least arriving there at the very least. But yeah, let me know all that stuff down below. Make sure you guys like the video as well as subscribe to the channel for more Black Clover content. And just you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all in my next video.